There are three main reasons why I wanted to watch The Canyon. The first is because it has Will Patton in it, and he's one of my absolute favorite character actors. I think he's extremely underrated. If you don't know who he is just from hearing his name, check him out on IMDb. I guarantee the minute you see him, you'll recognize him from some movie or another that you really liked him in. The second reason is because Yvonne Strahovski is in it, and she is the girl who plays on Chuck, and I find her to be rather beautiful to look at. So I thought, hey, great, a suspense thriller with a really hot chick and Will Patton in it. How can you go wrong? The third reason I wanted to watch it is because it sounded like a pretty cool concept. A couple honeymooners head off into the Grand Canyon. They get lost. They're being hunted by, and I quote, something or someone, and they desperately fight for survival to escape the canyon alive. Sounds like a pretty fun movie. Could be interesting. Unfortunately, it's not so much. What it really plays out like is Open Water, the movie Open Water, just in the Grand Canyon rather than the open water. If you saw Open Water, chances are good you felt like I did, and that was incredibly disappointing and rather dull because all that happened is people floated around and argued with each other, which does not make an exciting movie. In this film, people wander around the desert and argue with each other, which also does not make a particularly exciting movie. The cover description also really tries to make the film sound a lot more suspenseful and a lot more supernatural than it is. Trust me when I tell you that whatever it is that's hunting them is not particularly supernatural, it's not particularly scary, and it's not particularly interesting. The film isn't terrible, but it certainly isn't good. The disc comes with a couple extra features. You get a making of featurette, a behind the scenes montage, a handful of deleted scenes, and casting sessions for Yvonne Strahovski, which are probably going to be the most interesting thing on the disc to fans of Chuck who might check this movie out because of her. The Canyon might make an interesting rental if you're really interested in this kind of movie, or if you happen to be a really big fan of Chuck or Yvonne Strahovski, or even Will Patton. But other than that, I would say to stay away from it. It's just really rather dull. It doesn't do anything interesting with the subject matter, and for the most part, you'll probably find yourself a little bit on the bored side.